Hello friends, welcome to a new season of Train Fever. In this one, we've started once again on a large map. We're back in Europe again as far as vehicles are concerned, but I've kept the US landscape. I quite like the dusty, dirty grittiness of the Great Plains kind of look about things, although these fields are a little bit out of place, I guess. So I'm on a large map. It's medium difficulty, medium terrain. I have no interest in playing on a higher difficulty, largely because I have enough trouble as it is trying to get regular difficulties to work. So what is our master plan for this one? Well, as mentioned at the end of the last season, what I'm fundamentally aiming for is to try and get a profitable goods system set up. And then we're talking about growth. We want to make sure that all of our cities actually grow to be somewhat city-sized. And that means getting goods working early on. So the game's paused right now. Here we are, April 3rd, 1850. This is where I'm going to start out. You'll see the whole map in due course, but I don't want to overwhelm you. Let's start simple, and we'll go from there. And so what I'm going to do to start with is get some goods going. And I was tempted by this steel works here, taking ore from there and then coal from probably here. But I think, and actually this is a cracking area. This is a really good area to start because we've also got an oil kind of hookup going on there. But I think the low-hanging fruit as far as ease of getting started is this lumber production area here and the lumber mill there, and then there's another one just here. So I could possibly get both of those set up. And I'm not going to do it with rail immediately. That's obviously the goal, but to start with, we're going to be doing it using horse and cart. So let's get going. Let's not muck about. Let's get this show on the road. Right. Okay. So I mean, this is all, of course, assuming that there's a secret to grand-sized, whatever it is. What am I talking about? Grand-sized towns. Yes, there's the word. The secret sauce to make that happen is, in fact, getting your goods flowing correctly. I'm pretty sure it is. I'm going to run into trouble fairly rapidly if I don't block out space to put stations in. And I'm reluctant to do it immediately. I might see how these start to grow first. But I think, last time around I did exciting things with exciting things with rail networks that was all about loops. This time I don't know. I like loops on an aesthetic basis, but I think on a practical basis, point-to-point has always been more viable, more successful. So I think that's probably how we'll end up. Okay, right, where are we? Dukinfield. Duckinfield? Dukinfield. If I get pronunciation wrong, correct me. Right, we're going to go from here to there. Right, so that's going to be Dukinfield goods. Dukinfield. Actually, we're going to call that lumber goods. We're going to go for slightly longer route names so that I know what the hell they are as we progress. And then we want one here up to there. And that's going to be Dukinfield Lumber. Right, smashing. Dukinfield Lumber. Now, I'm going to, that might look like, yep, so far, so business as usual. But the goal is going to be to get these ramped up to very high capacity very quickly. So let's set you onto lumber. Off you go. Let's get the game moving. We're going to go at double standard speed because horses and carts move very, very slowly. In fact, let's go max speed here because I want to get another one running as quickly as possible. Come on then, friend. There we go. In fact, I definitely want more than two. We'll probably be running about 7 or 8 down there by the time we get going. I'm also going to put a very unprofitable one in motion immediately just to tell the town that that goods are coming. So it might not have, might not be particularly profitable to get going, but such is the way of things. Set line. Right, let's slow it back down again, but keep it running. And I'm going to set up a couple more lines now. Basically, the principle we're going to be playing is we're going to be supplying goods, multiple different types of goods to each town. So also in our catchment area here, we've got Newton-le-Willows, Nailsworth if I build another bit of road, and Great Yarmouth, I would have said, was probably in range, and Banbury was probably in range. In fact, there's no probably about it. These are all in range. So what I'm going to try and do is make sure that the frequency for each line is 6 minutes or less, in order to really get that motoring as far as demand is concerned, or as far as, you know, acceptance of these goods is concerned. Should we put it there? Yeah, let's just put it on the outskirts. Now, I mean, you know, there's an argument. There's an easy argument to be had for trying to get your goods deliveries very close to the areas of the town that actually want them. However, fundamentally, all that's going to happen is when we do a drop-off, those goods are going to wend their merry way. Give me this. I need another horse and cart here. Lumber, off you trot. We've got Dukingfield. No. You see, you've spelt that wrong, right? Look, I mean, if you're going to spell something even remotely correctly, that would probably be a good way to go. Right, give me this. Let's rename the sucker. Dukingfield, not so much. Dukinfield. Lumber goods. Right, and we'll have another one from here out to this one. So that's going to be Newton Lumber Goods. Right, and then we want another one. So my goal early on is going to be to do this multiple times in different areas of the map, and do one kind of goods type at a time, and then expand to multiple different types of goods coming in. Now, I don't think the variation in goods actually makes a difference. Tell me right if I'm wrong. There you go, one more. I've got to not get too carried away. I mean, don't get me wrong, I've spent virtually nothing so far. So this is Yarmouth, lumber goods. Goods. Let's keep you in sight. Right, have I missed any here? No, that's all the ones you've got set up. Now, what about reaching Earthlingborough? Have we got a nice easy... We have got a nice easy route to get to there. Alright, I'm going to do that one as well. The hope being, of course, that we start to build the demand for lumber up at our lumber mill very, very quickly. Hold on a moment. Let's get another one going. Where are we? Dukingfield lumber. I think. Yep. Set line. Off you trot. Yeah. Once we get that demand building up for lumber here, we can switch out the carts that are currently carrying things and replace that with a train. Not because the train is going to be faster per se, but it's going to be able to haul more. So, you know, as we've proved before, and not to mention the fact, of course, that trains are faster at this point in proceedings. Earthlingborough lumber. This isn't going to fit. Lumber go. All right, we're going to just call this Earthling, I think. Lumber goods, off you fly. Right, good. So let's get some. Right, let's have a one of you. Line Banbury. Yep. Let's go Earthling. Now this is going to take a little while to get up to full speed. I mean, not least of all because of the amount of time it's going to take these wagons to go to and from. I mean, look at this. Banbury's 48 minutes. Earthling is 44. Newton, I imagine, isn't going to be much quicker. Set line. We've got 28 for Newton. And for a while, this is just going to be a massive sink as far as costs are concerned. 51 to Yarmouth. Yarmouth has the record. Okay, right. Well, we've got, you know, 1.5 million still in stock. All right. How are we actually doing? Well, we've got some goods waiting. 9. So there you go. I mean, that's, you know, that's kind of testimony to this working already. Normally, when you'd set one up this early, it would be years in game time before you started to see that kind of production. There we go. So production is currently 14. Not enough, but certainly it's a start. It just takes so ruddy long for things to get anywhere. And weirdly enough, we've actually got some goods waiting. Obviously, we've got lumber coming in from somewhere else. Have I missed a closer storehouse, maybe? Well, regardless, let's go again. Right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right, okay, smashing. This should do the trick. I don't want to set line all. No, let's do one at a time. Shouldn't I closed all those windows? Should I? Banbury. Let's get going. There we go. That's down to 24 minutes. Not anywhere near close enough to what we need. You can go on to Dukenfield. Right, we're going to set you on the lumber line again. I want, because, you know, I wanted this to be hitting 250, 400 output as quickly as possible. In fact, I don't need, do I want you on? I don't want you on there, really. Let's put you on a different line. Let's put you on Earthling. There we go. You can go on Newton. You can go on Yarmouth. Set line. Right, okay, who's still over 20 minutes? Banbury. Alright, let's put another one on Banbury. We need one more for Earthling. We probably need 2 more for Yarmouth. Well, let's try it. Let's see what we get here. Set line. Yeah, that stands 25. That's not going to cut it. Alright, let's buy another, what are we talking here? 3. 1, 2, 3. Now, these costs are going to mount very, very quickly if I'm not careful. Dukenfield lumber, please. You go on that. Thank you. You can go on to Yarmouth. Hopefully resolving our... There we go. That's down to under 20. And you can go on whatever that one is. Earthling. Set line. Now, I'm not just going to leave these roads as is. I want to kind of quickly expand them to be faster roads, but while we're running wagons, there's not actually a massive amount of point. Okay, so the second part of this equation, in terms of, you know, getting demand up and running, is we're going to run point-to-point services on the roads. And right now, while it's just going point to point, I'm going to stick the stops in the centre of town. So it looks to me, actually, already, that Dukenfield is going to be the home base for our initial push. Right, what are we up to? Right, I've blown £500,000 so far, just over £500,000. That's okay. We're all right with that. That's all right. Right, so let's go new line. Let's go from Dukenfield to Newton. Dukenfield, Newton. Right, and then that's you done. But we'll keep it up there as a reminder that I've got to set that up. And then we'll go Newton to, I can't remember what that is. Is that Yarmouth? No, it's not. That's Yarmouth, isn't it? All right, what are you then? Banbury. Okay, thank you. Newton, Banbury. I don't have any need for all of these to be coming out of our hometown. Right, new line. Dukinfield, Earthling. Dukinfield, Earthling. Because obviously starting to supply, you know, relatively small but perfectly formed passenger services is also going to help our quest. I hope I've clicked all the right buttons there. I think I've clicked all the right buttons. Yeah, sudden worry that I'd Dukinfield connected up to goods lines. It wouldn't be the first time, would it? Dukinfield / Yarmouth. Right, okay, good. Right, so that's 4 of those. Let's stick some carts on there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right. Line. I want you. You can go Dukinfield, Newton. Off you go. Cheerio. Have fun. Make me some money. Dukinfield, Newton. Right. Okay. Next. You. 23. 23 can go Dukinfield, Earthling. Off you trot. 20. Yes. Kill that. Thank you. And then you can go. What haven't I got? Dukinfield, Yarmouth. Dukinfield, Yarmouth. There we are. Off you roll. And then Newton, Banbury. Set line. There we are. Okay, that's everything. We're on the move. Okay, good. Now the question is, how long is it going to be before we start to see any money coming in? Let's up the tempo. Here comes our first. This looks like our first wagon rolling in, and it's carrying. Oh no, you're a lumber goods. How boring. This is potentially. There you go. 4 of 4 wood, maximum capacity. Loving it. You are carrying 4 of 4 wood again. Like it. You people are clearly. No, you are on board. 4 of 4. Love it. And 4 of 4. Yes. And we've still got 6 waiting. This is magnificent. Okay. Clearly something's been dropping off. Where are they getting their wood from? Cargo. Not seeing anything flowing in. I don't know. Maybe the game treats it as though it's got a little bit in stock just to get you going. I don't know. Are you going to give me a payday? No, I think you're the one that's not carrying anything, aren't you? You're a lumber goods. Oh, you are going to pick up though. That's a start. There we go. 4 of 4. Hooray! I did have the temptation to start a little bit further in the future with this one, but I want as much time as possible in order to actually grow my towns. So be it. In fact, where are these goods off to? These are implying I am not picking up sufficiently fast. I've got an upgrade schedule. Try and deliver more wood. I'm working on it, my friend. I'm working on it. Current potential is 79 based on the routes that we're running. Well, that number will go up once we start growing those towns a little. Okay, let's have a quick look at this. What have we actually brought in? So last year, we're rattling through the years already. Last year we brought in a grand total of 4 grand. This year we've done 40 so far, and we're only in March. This is the direction we want to be going in. Okay, right, now I need to look at my my passenger times to make sure that they're road, please. Okay, we've got a job to do on these 4 passenger lines, haven't we? We might need 2 on Dukinfield, Yarmouth, but everything else will need an extra 1 by the looks of it. So let's get 4 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4. Thank you. Give me that. You can go Duke and Phil Yarmouth. Let's see how that pans out. 17. Good. Splendid. Right. You, next one. You can go Duke and Field Earthling. Off you go. That takes us to 14. Good. That's enough. Next one. You can go Duke and Field Newton. Set line 12. Good. That's fine. And Duke and Field Banbury. No, not Banbury. Newton Banbury. There we go. Set line. All right, that's everything below 20 minutes, which should be fine in order to generate demand at an appropriate level. The 20-minute rule not to be neglected. Now my running costs are starting to look a little bit excitable, but we do have we've got goods moving. We've got some profits being made. We are profitable. Ha ha! We're in September and we're up 9. We were up very briefly there. Up 9 grand. Alright, well, any deliveries that happen imminently could drag us into profit for the year. And obviously these numbers are only going to go up as everybody carries at max capacity. The numbers will go up. Kindly prove me right. But we've made 200 and pushing 230 grand in terms of profit in terms of revenue this year. Not quite enough to no, it is offsetting running costs. It's because we've bought 80 grand's worth of new vehicles as well. There we go. Drops off 30k in profit. There we go. A profitable year, and that's where we'll wrap it up for this first episode. So next time around we'll move to a new area and do something similar. I'm not going to cover every town. I don't see that every town being pumped full of goods is necessary. Not to mention the fact that it leaves a huge amount of work to do in order to upgrade vehicles later on. So what do I actually want to do? Shall I set up a goods line, another second goods line? No, let's... Yeah, I'm going to find another area and we'll do that next time. Same kind of approach. We'll do a quick review of this one and move on rapidly. So thanks very much for watching today. Give me your opinions. Is there something I should be driving for in this particular series? Subscribe if you've not done so already so you can keep up with the exciting adventures as they occur. I've been Colonel Failure. That's a good place to stop, isn't it? Thanks for watching. Catch you next time. Cheerio.
Listen.